Since the launch of the Quest 3, probably one of the biggest complaints has been the pass-through. Well, thankfully within the upcoming V64 update, you get a significantly improved mixed reality experience, with myself and other users even claiming smartphones are now fully readable within the headset. And this might be thanks to some clever AI upscaling on Meta's part. But that's not everything. Yet again, we get some more hints about the upcoming augments from within the new V64 update, a look at some incredible games like this coming to Quest soon, and finally, with the new external mic option, your voice can go from sounding like this to something more like this. So strap in for this week's worth of VR news. Now, VR over the past few years has been a bit like the Wild West, with headsets coming and going, struggling to truly capture VR's potential. Well, there is some good and bad news in relation to the Quest. Unfortunately, it looks like support is officially dropping for the Quest 1. This notice got posted for all developers, essentially stating as of the 30th of April, we will discontinue support for new Quest 1 apps. Now, this is a shame that VR headsets have such a short lifespan, but this is the price we are paying for such rapid improvements within the VR space. On the plus side, it looks like the Quest 3, according to Meta, has the best retention so far, so they really are definitely heading in the right direction. And one interesting point in regards to progress, according to the most recent developer conference blog, the Quest 3 has the equivalent specs to rival a minimum spec Rift capable PC. Mobile technology is developing really fast, and with the integration of AI, we might see the move to match the visuals of more mid-tier specs soon enough. But keeping on the subject of AI, it looks like as of the new V64 software update, there are strings in relation to integrating AI into the Quest. We might see some sort of generative skybox coming to the Quest with options embedded within V64. The strings reference custom skyboxes. There are also references that will be able to generate custom sounds, so I imagine Meta's intention might be to use generative AI to allow you to create completely custom home environments. By doing this, they could specifically tailor the model so it doesn't stray too far away from what their intentions are. But this isn't the first time generative AI has been mentioned in relation to the Quest. Probably one of the best ideas was mentioned a few years ago, where Meta did a few videos on the future of the metaverse. I'll play the clip now so you can get where this is all going.
But let's take that even a step further. How do you make it so that maybe just by communicating with an AI, artificial intelligence builder bot, you can tell it what you want it to build and it'll build it for you?
Now wait a minute, you telling me I could vocally delegate to somebody?
Something tells me you know how to do that.
Oh yes, that's exactly up my alley. It sounds like I'm gonna fit right in the metaverse.
And again, you need to have an idea. It's not like you say, build me something interesting and something interesting gets built. You still have to have some concept. But then the tools to make it come to life will just become easier and easier to use.
This could genuinely be the answer of how to build something like this. Remove the learning curve just to allow people to create by description only. This would allow for some exponential increase in the amount of content available, but as for the quality, we'll just have to wait and see. But keeping on the subject of V64, the V64 public test channel is rolling out now, and one good feature is it seems the pass-through is slightly more crisp and has less noise. I saw a few posts about this on X and I managed to do a before and after test myself, and from my experience the pass-through definitely has seen some improvements. Reading on your phone, it just seems easier and clearer. Whether this is using some sort of AI upscaler is unclear. But this is what Meta has been brilliant for. They will constantly update and refine with every iteration. I mean, we already have 64 updates into the Quest ecosystem, which is an insane amount. But one particular update I can't wait for is Augments. I spoke about these a few times and they were supposed to launch earlier this year, but I'm almost certain it seems like this has been delayed. But as per the V64 update, we do get references to Augments from in the settings menu. Hopefully this means they will launch soon enough and we can turn our pass-through home environments into a true home environment. Also included within the V63 and V64 update are the non-pass-through augments, more specifically the portal to Horizon Worlds. In the personalization menu and certain home environments, you can enable a portal that takes you directly to Horizon Worlds. Portals are probably the most immersive way you can travel in VR, and it's just a hunch, but this could become a more standard way to move across the games and environments. Just hopefully they become more customizable. Now, while I was messing around with portals again, I noticed Horizon Worlds is developing faster than I anticipated, with entire menus and even custom unlockable gear you can unlock through completing challenges from within Horizon Worlds. They seem to be moving Horizon Worlds closer and closer to the main Quest home environment. Now portals and soon maybe everything will operate from within Horizon Worlds. Also available from within the V64 update is the option to use USB mics, USB-C more specifically. Now you can use your USB compatible mic with your Quest, which is actually great news for me because that's exactly what I have now. Next is an alternative to controllers. I think we've all heard the rumours that the Quest at some point could launch without a controller, and while I'm not a fan of the idea, a cheap mixed reality Quest without controllers might be appealing due to that lower price. Well, recently a Meta employee shown us how this could potentially work, with a microgesture system that basically enables you to teleport where you would like without the need for a controller. Using hand tracking, and depending on how good the tracking will be, you could essentially emulate an entire controller in the near future. But with the neural wristband shown a few years ago, this would absolutely be possible. But what do you think about a controllerless Quest? Is it a good idea or not? Last week we spoke in detail about the upcoming Quest 3S, and while we probably have a good grasp of what this headset is, another piece of evidence has come forward to further solidify what this headset will be, and more specifically, who it will be for. Now, it was previously reported that the Quest deal with China to sell Quest to China was suspended due to policy conflicts. No doubt this was over data collection. But since then, it looks like Meta has the green light to sell the Quest Lite or Quest 3S to the Chinese market. Chinese reports suggest that the Quest 3S will boast the same Snapdragon chip as the Quest 3 and will include colour mixed reality as speculated last week. The plan is for Meta to get majority of the device revenue, and Tencent, the company distributing the headset, will get most of the store revenue. I think we probably all know by now that Meta doesn't make much on their headsets, so this is clearly a move to simply expand the use and adoption of VR, which is a great thing overall. Lastly, let's talk about games. Because not only are we getting some really decent VR games, but now the use of mixed reality is starting to take full effect. Starship Home is an example of a game that really makes the most of mixed reality. It's coming later this year, but gets me excited for the potential. Turning your home into a spaceship is such a cool and unique idea, and it makes me think what a game like Star Trek Bridge Crew would be like with this enabled. But also VR is staying strong with a port of one of the best, if not the best, rhythm shooter games. Metal Hellsinger is like Doom meets Pistol Whip, and even graphics wise looks incredible, and if it's anything like the normal version, this could be one of the best games, no doubt, on Quest. And to finish everything off, I'll leave you with a clip of this incredible looking game.